This was interesting. I don't know if you saw this. NFL.com put this out there. They ranked the divisions based on their quarterbacks. And it's interesting. And to me, we mentioned Lamar and you mentioned Joe. And naturally, I would just be like, oh, yeah, the AFC North is going to be pretty high because you have an MVP and a guy who's been to a Super Bowl, multiple comeback player of the year awards, and one of the best quarterbacks in the game. And so between the two of them, you'd think that they would pull their weight a bit. But you have Aaron Rodgers, you have Shador and Watson and Shador in Cleveland. And, well, it's not the best there. And let's take a look at these rankings where the NFC West leading the pack here. To me, that was interesting because I think it's Matt Stafford and then, Sam Darnold has a ring, but he's okay. Brock Purdy's okay. Jacoby Brissett shouldn't be on the graphic. I don't know what that is.
Is he still holding out?
He is. I think he ended that hold out or hold in or whatever it was. Then you have the AFC West and Mahomes coming back from the ACL, but makes sense. You have Herbert, you have Bo Nix, you have the number one pick in Mendoza and Kirk Cousins behind him. Like, okay, I could see that.
I think that's fair.
That's better than the NFC West.
Yeah, Rodney just said it. I think AFC West is better than the NFC West.
I agree.
That's not shocking to me. Yeah, I get it. Stafford's the reigning MVP. He's awesome. And you could say of the 8, he's playing the best out of any of them right now. But
he's 1/4 of that.
Correct. And that's a big part of this. NFC East third, which
Okay.
also interesting. Jaden Daniels, I think, is the best of those 4. I would imagine Jacob disagrees with that, but Dak Prescott really good. Jalen Hurts really good.
Worst of the 4.
Jackson Dart is fine, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think these top 3 are kind of what you'd think, and then it gets a little bit more towards projection as we progress through these rankings. Obviously, you don't know how it's going to shake out in Minnesota, but either of those have somewhat of an exciting ceiling you can talk yourself into. Jordan Love has been one of the best big play quarterbacks in the league. Goff, obviously great. And then Caleb Williams ascending. So this is a division I thought would be a little bit higher, if you ask me.
Leave this graphic up for 1 second, Josh. Keep going.
I think I would still put the NFC North ahead of the NFC West, just based on.
Wow.
Again, you have Stafford, and of course Darnold won the title, but I don't know. I think between Williams, Goff, and Jordan Love, I think those 3 collectively outrank the NFC West a little bit.
I think Goff is the most overrated quarterback in the league. I think he's fine.
I think the most overrated quarterback in the league is also in this division, but I think it's Jordan Love.
Yeah, I think Jordan Love's good. He's physically gifted. I don't know if any of these guys are awesome yet, but I think they're all good, except for Timu Joe Burrow, and he's in the bottom left there, and that's why I wanted this graphic to be. Look at him. He's like, I'm going to try to be Joe.
Are you talking about 9?
9? Yes.
He's not talking about the other one.
Come on, it's 9.
It's unbelievable.
Call him by his name.
It's unbelievable, because Kyler's going to win that job, and there's been a few Kyler's thrown a few interceptions. There's no chance Kyler doesn't win that job.
There's few things I'd be more shocked about if Kyler Murray doesn't win that starting job.
Yeah.
I mean, JJ, what a pick that was in the top 10. So certainly a head scratcher.
This is a head scratcher for me too, because we just went through the first 4, and the reason we did it that way is because we wanted to go through each one, break them all down, because the AFC North isn't in the top 4. It is 5th, and we can take a look at that one now. And look, regardless of who the Browns have at quarterback, this idea that, to me, Joe and Lamar are so much better than a lot of these other top 2 quarterbacks. The AFC North should be higher, and I get it. Aaron Rodgers isn't what he once was, but is Aaron Rodgers better today than Jacoby Brissett? Yes, he is. All right, and so that's. I think Aaron Rodgers, you could argue, is better than Jackson Dart today.
Mendoza hasn't played an NFL snap yet.
Yeah, Shador Sanders is what he is. But I think that you have Burrow and Lamar. I'm surprised that they're 5th and they're not higher, even if it's slightly higher, with the question marks at quarterback in some of these other divisions.
Well, this segment started off with James ruining everything, and here we see the Steelers and the Browns ruining everything. The Bengals and the Ravens do their job in this rankings. 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks in the entire league, but because of the revolving door in Cleveland and Pittsburgh's loyalty to a 40-year-old washed-up Aaron Rodgers, it brings this division down. And I originally wanted to come in and really argue this for the North, but I'm not going to argue that Shador's any good or that Aaron Rodgers has much left in the tank. So I think the best I could do here is bang the table for him to be like third or fourth instead of fifth. Those two just drag him down so drastically, which is a shame because it's the best top two of any division in the league, in my opinion.
I see both sides of it. I 100% think the AFC North should have been higher. I think I'm with you. 3 is kind of where I land just because you have 2 of arguably the top 5 quarterbacks in the league in Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. That alone should carry its weight, even if, you're going to be dragged down by whoever is playing in Cleveland, whether it's Sanders or Watson, and then, of course, an aging Aaron Rodgers.
Who's better, Burrow or Stafford?
Burrow.
It's close.
It's very close.
So they wash each other out.
Yeah.
Let's just... Who's better, Darnold or Lamar?
Lamar.
It's not close.
It's not even close.
Not close. Right. Who's better, Purdy or Rodgers?
Purdy.
Is it closer than Lamar and Darnold? I think it's closer.
Okay.
But it's close.
I see where you're going there, though.
Yeah. And then the path of, and this is where it's tough, and if you're going to do this argument, Watson and Shador versus holdout Jacoby Brissett, which is just hilarious.
Or Carson Beck.
But it's close.
Yeah.
I do think it's kind of close. Like,
I do too.
Jacoby Brissett's likable. Let's stop pretending like he'd be competing with Josh Johnson for the third job, the QB3 job with the Bengals. Like he wouldn't be competing with Joe Flacco. So, like when I look at it that way, there's one. Here's the other one. Can we just count Joe Flacco?
He's one of the 4
Joe
best
Burrow,
quarterbacks.
Joe Flacco, Lamar Jackson, and Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Because then the Bengals. In this AFC North, they're right there with any of these.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting when you break it down that way. Also, thank goodness for the Bengals that Cleveland and Pittsburgh can't figure out quarterback.
Yeah.
It's a huge help. And that is probably the sign you better take advantage of it. The Ravens have failed to. The Ravens have failed to take advantage of 3 straight down years for the Bengals. You need to find a way now to take advantage of this because at some point, Pittsburgh will get the quarterback position right. At some point, maybe in 2050, the Browns will get the quarterback position right. And that's the last thing you want to do is have Burrow, and then there's a Lamar, and then there's maybe if Arch Manning is an MVP. Like, like that you don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, it'd be a nightmare for the Haslams to get their dream to come true and get Arch.
If he's that guy, though, that would really stink for the Bengals.
Yeah, and I certainly think he is. So that's a worry as that talk continues to pick up throughout this offseason. But we know what their defense has been for the last few years. We know what a lot of the pieces on the offensive side of the ball are. And I think that's the thing when I look at Cleveland. The offense is getting figured out to a degree. And the quarterback is obviously still a big need. But adding those 2 rookie wide receivers this year in Concepcion and Denzel Boston, 2 of the most exciting rookie wide receivers in the class, Quinshon Judkins last year in the backfield. The Browns are an exciting young core. If the quarterback ever gets figured out, they could be in contention pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I think.
No, if Burrow was on the Browns right now, they'd win the division. So
If Burrow was on this Browns roster, higher or lower win total than the Bengals roster?
lower.
With Miles.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's
higher.
a huge piece.
I know. I'm saying
best
both.
player in football.
Right.
Like,
Because you're not trading Miles if you have a quarterback figured out, though.
No.
well, sure.
And that's always been Cleveland's issue recently. It's
Absolutely.
Just the offense.
Yeah. It's crazy how much having a game-changing quarterback can swing conversations.
Yeah, if I was the Browns,
quarterback league.
I would have tried to find the quarterback with Miles.